Hey y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever it is in your country. Shout out to my subscribers. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can hit the super chat, and I appreciate you. Hit the like button and then the notification bell. Set all when you can get all my notifications when I go live. I want to get into something that I listened to earlier yesterday, Friday. Uh, did Terrance, okay, I am going to ask y'all, I'm going to show y'all three different videos. First, I'm going to show you, excuse me, y'all, that's my sinus allergies. I want to show you two videos. One with Boosie on VAD speak. I'm gonna let you hear what another YouTuber said about he did what he spoke about on his channel about something else. Didn't have nothing to do with uh Boosie said, but it did connect what he said about the people on that live content he was doing has to be truthful what Boosie said, but Boosie just didn't tell another side on his side. Okay, let me let y'all. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all hear this young man right here. Just listen to what he said. Don't talk now, y'all got to listen. Okay, listen to this. This is Jay. Listen to what he's saying about this rap for him. Listen. Now he did a content on Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker party shot up after trolling Houston goon over snitching paperwork. Did y'all hear what I just said? Jake, Loso Jake, did a video on, oh shoot, hold on y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, Loso Jake did a video 1 year on South Walker party shot up after trolling Houston goon over snitching paperwork. Okay. Listen to what he says right here.
Was casket. You can pay the doctor. I am. But following closely behind is calling a man a snitch. Unfortunately, the world witnessed an example of this when Nipsey Hussle was killed for nothing more than keeping it real, keeping it street, and keeping it crip by not associating with the snitch. People in this world are bold enough to tell on somebody and be mad at you for reminding them of their actions. And in return, they feel the need to prove they're gangster as if killing is the Uno reverse card for snitching. Now,
did you hear what he just said? Y'all heard what he just said. I'm gonna play it one more time. I'm gonna listen to what he said.
Hustle was killed for nothing more than keeping it real, keeping it street, and keeping it crip by not associating with the snitch. People in this world are bold enough to tell on somebody and be mad at you for reminding them of their actions.
To be mad at you for reminding them of their action. That's what Boosie did. So why everybody mad at Boosie? Because Boosie did exactly. I'm gonna back it back. Listen to Jake. He said, hell, this ain't got nothing to do with Boosie, but listen to what he said about the streets and Nipsey Hussle.
Nothing more than keeping it real, keeping it street, and keeping it crip by not
keeping it streets. Y'all ain't go, just because if you don't agree with Boosie, there's some people higher than Boosie out there, y'all. They really keeps it the streets. Because that's their loyalty. It's loyalty out there. Everybody don't have what Boosie has. Allegedly. Okay. Y'all know Nipsey. Now listen to Jake.
Associating with the snitch. People in this world are bold enough to tell on somebody and be mad at you for reminding them of their actions.
And that's what Boosie did. He was reminding Terrance Gangster of his action. Why Terrance Jake just said, but he ain't talking about Boosie though.
In return, they feel the need to prove they're gangster.
And they still prove they're gangster, they're gonna have to shoot somebody else.
Killing is the reverse card for snitching. Now, Sauce Walker is a rapper.
Now, I'm gonna stop that. Okay, I just want y'all to hear that. Now, what's the difference than what Jake just said about Nipsey Hussle, about the Eric, the one who killed Nipsey? What's the difference in what he said and listen to Boosie right here? Listen to Boosie. And listen to Bad.
So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork. And
You haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
You know, he about to set up 100 motherfucking, you know, that's how that shit going. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about.
This is what he said. Take that gangster off your name once you a snitch. That ain't no different than, I'm gonna take it back. That's no different than what Jake just asked him. What Jake just said. If you missed the first part of this video, go back and listen. How Boosie reacting is the same way Jake. You're not a gangster like that. If you snitch on somebody, how can Birdman brother be a gangster now after snitching? They're just like Thug going there and tell them to snitch on everybody.
I had a real respect for gangster and the stories I heard about him, but you know, that shit leaves with me. You know, I have no type of respect for him. You know, what I had for him, that was because of all the stories and all that. But once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book.
See? Why he can't do that? Why can't Boosie feel the way he feel? I mean, everybody got a thing to my Boosie acting like this and acting like that. He telling y'all that's how he live gangster life like that, y'all. Even though we don't agree with the streets and stuff like that, and the police and the feds, that don't mean that Boosie snitching, he ain't out there killing folks. Okay, let me let you finish listening.
And let you out.
well, let's just say the story is true. So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork. And
You haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
You know, he about to set up 100 motherfucking, you know, that's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be.
Now, now, Boosie, you got to make sure you telling the truth on your end too. Now, cause if you was in protected custody, you must have told something. But we can't go by what we got to look that up. We got to look this up. Were you ever in protected custody? If you in protected custody, you went against the streets. So you got to watch what you're saying. I'm gonna do some research on it.
You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. You know, cause you know how all them niggas in that city stand up for gangster and Angola, man. Niggas talk highly of this man.
Okay, they speak highly of Terrance, Gangster Williams, Birdman, brother. Now, well, allegedly, we got to find out, were you really in protected custody behind this? So you got to watch your gangster too.
You know, they stand on this nigga name. You know, and that shit hurting me to hear that nigga was out of jail and that nigga done got down. Cause the niggas in that city, they stand up behind that nigga. When I say Lee Luke, when I rep Baton Rouge and all my niggas, when they come up putting down and stand silent and put in work in the streets, they say gangster. That's one of the good names they say. And that nigga fucked that up with real niggas in the penitentiary.
You hear that? Now, Boosie man, his eyes not even on Badazz.
And I say that then I stand on my word about that. That's why I got pissed off with them niggas in that city. They bow down to that nigga. They speak highly of him and baby them. And that nigga fucked that up for them niggas. Now when the niggas say that all niggas names in BR, they ain't gonna be able to mention him. They gonna mention him with shit in his mouth. Cause the niggas hate rats up there cause every rat got them up there. That nigga ain't have to do that, nigga. You laid back forever, nigga. You straight. Just gotta lay down, nigga, and pray. He trying to He trying to get side and some people to side. Nigga, show us paperwork, nigga. Yeah, tell a district attorney write it down and say you did that. Tell a nigga, the motherfucker over the federal to come, and why he ain't vouching for you? Call him to Vlad TV on side you with the paperwork. Yeah, man, that shit don't go like that. Nigga be talking, nigga, you ride this shit out, nigga. BG riding this shit out, man. Day for day, real gangster shit. Yeah. Day for I ain't telling on nothing, man. I ain't breaking for nothing, man. Yeah.
There's Boosie. Now, I'm about to go here to Terrance. You heard, I let y'all listen to Jake. Jake said the same thing. Boosie said, but Boosie got to make sure he was never in protected custody. I just want y'all to hear what he said, what he did.
But it took the feds like 3 months to finally get the authorization to tap my phone.
Okay, when the feds picked you up, and at that point, was that the first time you were dealing with the feds? Because you were mostly dealing with New Orleans PD at that point, right?
Correct, yeah, that was my first federal, right.
Okay, and the feds have a whole lot more resources than local police departments.
Yeah. Yo, yes. Federatives come at you, man. It's like 99% chance it's over for you. Now, I just seen some guys beat him. A pinky finger for the guys beat him, but man, when I went to the Fed, and they go off hearsay, like guys get busted, they go and debrief. My lawyer, baby, done paid my lawyer. Never forget this. My lawyer come see me.
Let me ask you something. Do this man know who Vad is? Cause he seen him tell him everything. He said he went to the feds. He went to the feds.
Man, my lawyer told me they gonna offer you 3 years to tell on cash money. It's like,
You hear him? He telling y'all what he did.
what? I don't know nothing on cash. They say that's your goal call to get out of prison. They want me to snitch on Birdman. Bring up. Well, those people have a list of stuff, and you just come in, see what they have, and you agree to this, and this. They go get the indictment, and you go to jail.
And he just told you. And he went and agreed with what they said on the other thing. He snitched to save his life. Now, what's wrong with that from what? Now, I just showed y'all 3 different videos. Now, let's get to the one with he gets upset right here with Boosie. And he said what he got to say. Wait, hold on. He sent message to Boosie. Okay. Y'all got to listen to that. It go back to what Jake said on the other video. I said what I showed y'all the first video. Jake said when they go against the street, they get mad at you because you telling them the truth. Now we gotta find out if Boosie telling the truth. Listen, that's the same guy.
Boosie. Thank you. I had to listen to this. Let's get down to the business at hand, my brother. You stated you X me out of your legend book. Let me just say this. I can hear it in your voice that you sound like a scorned fan. Always remember this. You can hide history, but you cannot erase history. So whether I'm in your book or not, it is what it is, bro, for a street side. Now, I also want to remind you that your book don't count to me. That's nothing to me. But at the end of the day, I go by the book of Allah, the Quran, Surah 101, Ayah 1 through 11. That's Surah Al-Qadiyah. And you got Surah 66, Ayah 8. That's what I go by when I deal with the books. You said you had respect for me. No, you said you had respect for me due to what you heard in the streets. But it sounded like a contradiction to me with you, because you were saying on one hand you had respect for me for all the stories you heard in the streets. That's why you had the respect for me. However, you lost respect for me because of the rumors and what you're hearing now. So which is it? It's like you picking how you want to feel, and I understand it. You have a right to do that. Now, take the name Gangster off. I can take the Gangster off. Who are you to tell me what I can do? Boy, you from Baton Rouge, an hour from me. You're not even much qualified to speak on me, man. Stay in your lane. Stay in the rap lane, not a fact. You're not even much a street dude. The dudes that you speak on in Angola, my homies that love me still to this day, always remember this, bro. Whenever somebody say they love you, if they truly love you from day one, no matter what you do or what you go through, they're going to still love you regardless. The same homies you speak on in Angola that you say stand on my name and respect me, that's the same homies when you went to Angola, behind Katrina, behind the storm, because they sent y'all out of the county jail. When you went there, those are the same homies that I reached out to make sure you was okay. And you know what they came back and said? Oh, he good, he ain't protected custody. So when you get on land and you be telling all these old wild, goofy stories about you was in Angola, man, you was in protected custody, man. You only made to Angola because of the storm. They had to move you on somewhere. So keep that in mind, bro. You know, I know the things. I just sit back and watch. But I couldn't pass this opportunity up. You're on the big stage right now. And boy, you gotta get me another check. You rappers coming up with one word. I appreciate this for you. Now, let's address, you said I want to be like the guy at Keith D. First of all, it is what it is with my situation. I don't have a clear point of view, and nobody else. I don't ask nobody for nothing. I don't call to kiss nobody, boy. I'm not trying to be friends with nobody. You know, the person like me or not. You know, I don't want nobody to pick sides and how you saying this one's over there, this one over there. Well, people don't believe what they want to believe. I am free. You also made a statement. Some gonna make it out and some not. Well, listen to what you say sometimes, because sometimes we speak out of ignorance. Some gonna make it out and some not. Boosie, I made it out. I was one of the ones that made it out. You also bring up the homie BG. And this is with respect to BG. You can't compare the two of us. I was charged with an 848 continuing criminal enterprise, solicited to commit murder, and was sentenced to life for 2 murders I was never indicted or charged with. So that crap you talking about, BG not talking, BG this and that, BG was charged. BG had a gun case and was given 14 years, was given a release date from the door. I was never given a fighting chance. They didn't want to let me go to trial. They just gave me life for 2 murders I was never indicted for. Now, You mentioned religion, because I know there's a lot of you all like to mention religion with street stuff. You say get in there and pray. Bro, I prayed for 23 years, 10 months. And God answered that prayer with the cup of Allah to have me released. Because you got to keep in mind is this. Had I not took the road I took to get out of prison and died in prison, and when I meet my Lord on the day of judgment, on Yama Kiyama, and I say, Ya Allah, I prayed and asked you to release me, and you never released me. Only thing I can think of, what the Lord gonna tell me, or may tell me, because is just to let the think. And common sense is free, all you gotta do is use it sometimes. But like I said, I understand, that, you heard about these wild gangster stories, and you took it and ran with it, and you believe that, but yet you won't believe all the other stuff. This stuff is just wild, it's crazy, but I get it. People gonna believe what they want to believe, people gonna say what they believe is, and all that's fine. But at the end of the day, I don't know you. Maybe you never had a conversation. All that you seen when you first got locked up, tell gangs was up, you were trying to sell me your book. But other than that, bro, I don't know you. You never said that Diamond Chinese money when you went home. So all that real Legends book and all that, the dudes in the Legends book, do you look out for them? Do you take care of them? The guy that took the charge for you, you didn't help this man get a lawyer. But you get on man and speak like you got so much moral and principle, but yet you wild out and do goofy stuff yourself, But like I said, I really appreciate this. Thank you very much for this. It's another check for me.
Well, y'all tell me what y'all think about from the beginning, what Jay said, what Boosie said, and what this Terrance said. Because they all three making sense. But y'all like, share, and subscribe and tell me about it. I'm out.